It is your girl, Princess Cat, here with a 5.2 update. Long awaited, very excited for this. Buckle up because we have a lot to go over, and I'll try to make this video as quick as possible. There are a few changes and things that I can't really go into because they're for Blood Moon or True World, or there's also battle reports. A lot of people have wanted to be able to export their battle reports if they're in another kingdom and bring them home so that they could look over those and learn from those. There's now a feature that will allow you to export them and do that, which will be found in your mail in the battle section. You'll be able to check mark them, and then at the bottom right, which is not displayed in the home kingdom, so we don't see it, but it would be to the right of the star, will be an export icon, and it'll allow you to bring up to 50 reports at one time back home. So there's a lot of little things like that I can't really display and go into for you. I am going to link the forum update links for, there's two parts of them that go over this and give examples of everything as well if you want a little bit further of a read. But we're going to start by looking at Ancient Magic. Ancient Magic got 3 new magics as well as a buff bookmarking. So you'll notice that each one has a little star now. Let's say that I use Courier Invader a lot. I can star that, and it's going to bring that all the way up to the top for me, so I don't have to scroll. So a nice little convenience issue, or convenience addition. One of the new magics is Troop Transfer, which will reduce the cost. And it truly does. It gives a true 80% reduction. I was looking at transferring 50 million infantry to Archer, and it was going to cost 1 billion. Once I activated this magic, it deduced it down to 200 million. And the more that you enhance it, the higher of a reduction that you can get, up to 90% at plus 15. It's going to be super helpful for a lot of you trappers that like to constantly switch up what type of defenses that you have. You sneaky, sneaky people. There's also Helping Hand, which will increase the available of help counts. Starts by 1. I think it goes to plus 13 if you have a magic stone. The third one's really interesting. It's called Infiltration, and scouts the selected player's remaining shield time and equipment on their defense-related aristocrats. We also have 2 new Obelisk. There's Obelisk of Expedition, which is going to give you boost in Dark Moon, and Obelisk of Invasion, which gives you boost in Invasion. It's a really hard one. Wasn't sure. With these two come a whole slew of set effects. As you guys know, that the general Obelisk effect is only good for a specific place or event. However, the set effects are always good no matter what you're playing in. So these set effects, even though this is the Obelisk of Expedition, these set effects are going to be good no matter if you're in Dark Moon, True World, Invasion, Home Kingdom. It doesn't matter. And just like the rest of the set effects, by clicking on them, to the left of the set effect is going to tell you which other obelisk you need to achieve this. And the menu below it will show you what levels you'll get, or what % of boost you will get based on the level of obelisk set you have. So we have a lot of rally ones in here, as well as Dragon Attack. Rally Troop HP buff. General Troop HP buff. Invasion set effects are going to be primarily debuff, enemy debuffs, with the exception of Blessing of HP increase. So that's pretty exciting. Looking at our heroes, we now have a second pet slot open. Your hero does need to be level 70 or above to open up that slot. Those pet stats will apply in full. However, they will not show up on the screen if you're marching with the other pet. Only the first pet slot will display. To the left of that, you're going to see an equipment feature where you're allowed to do a batch equipment swap. So you would choose to save them, activate, and it'll swap. Down at the bottom left, as well as the bottom right, you're going to see the power of the house icons. The first house is Knight's Lord House. And you can upgrade these gem by gem as you go down the line. Since I don't have the first one, if I wanted to do the second one, I would have to, it would take twice as many stones because I have to go through the first one as well. So for example, if I upgrade that, it has first. If I wanted to do them all at once, I would click on that last one and it would upgrade them. This is going to give you primarily hero face-off boost. And once you do 10 of these, it will unlock the Navigator's House. Navigator's House is going to give you a lot of troop type specific boost. Now, where they get you on these is that each house is specific to each hero. So once I spent all my gems and did that here with Deathlord, if I go over to Lonnie, we're going to see that he is not at the same level. And if I go to Angela, she has none. Much like that, also our equipment is now available to be engraved. Not all equipment can be, just some. Radiant can be, Majestic can, but like the Crimson, you don't have the option to engrave. Dark Lord does not have the option. If your equipment is already fully enhanced and available to be engraved, that is when you can try to engrave it. Each piece can be engraved up to 10 times. And only the hero that's wearing that piece of equipment when you engrave it will have those stats. So if I engrave this piece here on Deathlord and I engrave it, you know, the 10 times or 2 times or however many times I want to engrave it, and then I remove it and put it on Lonnie, it'll stay engraved, but Lonnie will not carry those stats. To get around that, you'll also be able to remove the engraving once you engrave it. It'll have the option to remove it so that you can re-engrave it on another hero. I did forget to mention when we were in the Power of the House, you can obtain these house gemstones by doing your daily quests, by participating in Inferno events, your daily attendance, by participating in Alliance Raid, as well as buying through packs. I got some through the packs. We also have a lot of changes in Alliance. So there's Alliance activity, which kind of breaks down everything. This week's achievement contribution, power fluctuation, blood moon participation, true world participation, continental domination, alliance war, and invasion event. And it just kind of goes through everybody in your alliance and where they placed and how many points they got. This is going to be extremely helpful. In our alliance, we like to run a lot of contests to try to improve player progression and player participation. This is a good way for us to be able to keep track of that and reward people for their hard work. There's also Alliance Achievement, which is looks a lot similar to DM. You have little areas that you need to participate in and achieve, such as construction, research, training. It lists the participants, and you obtain gift points by participating. Once you achieve so many gift points, you can then turn them in for these Alliance Achievement chest. Some of the contents are pretty good. You can set the difficulty for the next day. Everybody starts off on level 1 difficulty. It requires 10 members to participate in. So you can't just have one member knock everything out if they're just really motivated. It's going to take at least 10. Level 2 difficulty will give you more points, but requires at least 15 members. And level 3 difficulty will give you the most points, but it will require 20 Alliance members. You can change it, and that'll reflect on the next day. There's also some changes in the Alliance Vault. You now have the opportunity to gift resources other than silver. So food, wood, stone, and iron. Something that is also in here, when there is a transfer event, you will now be able to transfer your entire alliance. Only the R5 will be able to do it. It will cost an additional 5 ports or 5 transfer tickets. There has to be no members in the alliance except for the R5. And the alliance gift level, research, wyvern, and achievement, that will all transfer over. However, your alliance vault, personal achievement, and buildings will not. They made some changes with the alliance member permission. With R5 can change the R4s to be able to promote or demote, to expel people, to manage invites. Leaders can also change up the alliance bookmarks. There's a new change to the alliance attendance reward. World skill now has some changes as well. You can do a consecutive search. It's really convenient. So if I want to swap world skills here, I could turn consecutive on. It'll ask me what I'm looking for. I could say hero attack. I could switch up what level I'm looking for in particular. If I didn't want to have a count, I would say, let's say I had a huge amount of tickets, I would say no limits, just find it. Or I could put count, and let's see if I can find it in 10. And then I could go for either gold, or I could go for world skill ticket. Now I'm going to lock what I have. Let's say I just want to switch up the third one. And once I hit that, it's going to go. I know I'm not going to find this in 10. So we're just kind of killing time here, just showing how it works. But I really like this feature. It's been canceled. It did 10 times. Didn't find what I wanted. I'm going to cancel it. Close the swap. Yes. And be done with that. There's some changes in your settings that you can go into. You can change the chat emoticon, or the color, the chat color. So some people don't like it when they see the title colors. It's annoying to them or aggravating, I don't know, but you can turn that off if you want. You can also change up your invasion notices. We've gotten some... This here shows your most used. Or no, okay. So the clock on the left will show the emoticons that you most use. Here we have your regular emoticons. And then if you want to look for the ones that just have action, here we go there. Also available are presets. So if we go into World, we can look for the March preset, let's say 35, attack. And unfortunately does not save your heroes, so you do have to switch up your heroes. But then I would come into Troop Preset 1, and we're going to see where I already have troops, mixed troops laid out. If I wanted to switch it up, I could go to Troop Preset 2, and let's say I wanted half Amazons. So we'll do 900 infantry. And 900, and then just the rest, and click save, and it's saved. So that's pretty convenient, especially if you're doing mixed troop marches. And we also have, I'm going to need to add a little bit of AP, 10x auto hunt. Let me find a level 40. So we're going to find this dude here. I'm going to set up, go with Cav. I'm going to choose auto hunt. It's going to ask me if I want to do the X10 drive hunt. What that's going to do is that's going to use 10 times the amount of AP, but it's also going to give me 10 times the rewards and points. Fast way to spend your AP, but it's also a fast way to get a lot of resources. And you know, don't have to compete with so many people. So that's about it, coconuts. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment in the comment box. Let me know if there's anything maybe I missed or that you guys like. What do you like the best about this? There are a few things that they haven't given us that they promised, like those 3 new heroes. So we still have some good, fun things coming. And like I said, I'm going to drop those forum links down below as well so you could take a look at those. In the packs, you're going to notice that we have some new selections. If you click on those, you're going to be able to take a look at the contents in them. And sometimes it's easy to forget that we can do that. There's Day of the Dead selections chest as well as Halloween selections chest. It's also a good way to get those stones. Hope you guys are having a good week, and